William Steinach. Number 6 in midfield, Cody Easton. Number 7, midfielder, Emir. Number 8, at defense, Jordan Cliff. At forward, number 11, Robert Christo. And number 19, in defense, Timmy Menzel. In the white kit for Boca Dallas, in goal, number 0, Eduardo Cortez. Number 4, at defense, Roberto Escalante. Number 9, at forward, Hugo Fuentes. Number 10, midfielder, Marco Fabian. Number 12, at defense, Cesar Correa. Number 14, at midfield, Jose Gilberto Lopez. And at midfield, number 16, Jorge Adrian Rios.
TST Soccer coming from Cary, North Carolina. The biggest tournament of the year for $1 million. And it is as simple as winner moves on. Dueling Lincoln returning and trying to make it to the knockout rounds for the second year in a row. And the new squad, Boca Dallas, getting ready to kick off as Dueling Lincoln and their baby blue kits going right to left on your screens. And Boca Dallas, and they're all white kits, of course, reminiscent of the great Argentine Giants going left to right on your monitors. Both these teams lost to the Newtown Pride. Both these teams beat LCF Academy. And it's as straightforward as the winner will move on for a date with the Reggae Rovers tomorrow in the round of 32. And the loser sits and waits and hopes that the soccer gods grant them a wild card spot into the knockout rounds. For this Dueling Lincoln squad, a team that plays together all year round, well drilled, led up top by Robbie Christo, one of the greatest products of St. Louis soccer, a SLU graduate himself, a former Mac Herman Trophy semifinalist. And on the flip side, a number of good names for this Boca team. Multiple players who won the title last year with La Bombonera. But it's quite simple. Number 10, Marco Fabian. Arguably the greatest Mexican player of his era. Lacing it up one more time. He played in the Bundesliga. He won Liga MX titles. He played in World Cups, Copa Americas, and Gold Cups. And now he is playing in TST. First shot just rolls wide. William Steinach flying forward. Boca Dallas, as I mentioned. Two players coming over from La Bombonera as they built this team for the first time. Fabian, of course, the superstar in this group. A couple players out of the FC Dallas Academy originally. The core of this team comes from Dallas, but for the most part, the connection of all these players is their play in MASL, in the Major Arena Soccer League. A number of players from the Chihuahua Savage and the San Diego Sockers. A couple of players who have played on the U.S. national team. On the futsal side of things, as Fabian's shot is punched up over the crossbar by Blake Waterman. So space there for the former El Tree star Marco Fabian. He's yet to score a goal. He does have an assist in this tournament. And now Boca will reset the play. Dueling for Lincoln went undefeated in the group stage last year. It put them in first place and into the round of 32, where they fell to Saturday's football. They could find a rematch with Saturday's football later on in the tournament, as they have already clinched their spot earlier today in the knockout rounds. A number of games finishing up around us, and we are going to get the clear picture of the round of 32 as it happens. We'll bring you all the updates as we learn them. But for these two teams, It is straightforward, as I said. Win and move on. Lose and you start scoreboard watching. Cristo charging forward. Gonzalez out the back. Nunez coming back to support. And now Wakeman flying forwards. He forces the big save. Ryan Wakeman charging out of the back. The left-footed shot, and it forced the big save from Jose Gonzalez. So warning signs for both teams so far as they've both shown their threat. Space here for Castaneda. Pedro Castaneda has been one of the best playmakers on this team so far in this tournament. The big one to watch, though, number 9, Hugo Puentes. He won this title with La Bombonera last year. He's got 2 goals, including their target score winner, walking away with the Golden Fleece presented by Adidas earlier in the tournament against LCF Academy. Both these teams lost by 1 goal to Newtown Pride. So the gap is not very big with the 2023 champions. They both made fairly light work of LCF Academy. For Boca Dallas, it was a 5-0 win, 1-0 at halftime. They poured in 3 in the second half before scoring the target score time winner. So Boca trying to find their rotations here in possession. Dueling Lincoln in no rush to extend their lines of pressure until they see the triggers that they want. Briggs steps forward, skies that one up into the air. It just goes over the head of Mario Falsoni. Falsoni had a goal early in the second half last night that really put this team into the driver's seat. He is a constant danger in the attack. Waterman goes long to Falsoni. He brings it down. Now facing forward. Rolls out here to Guy Abend. Abend. Keeping it out wide. It's rotated all the way back. Fila with the pass, and now the volley comes in. And Timmy Manziel can't find the frame. Dueling Lincoln growing into this one. 2 20-minute halves of 7v7 soccer. That will lead us to target score time. At that point, we'll set the target score 1 goal more than the winning team, and we play until we hit it. As a big volley there is saved by Waterman. An honest moment there for Rodolfo Valenzuela to get his 2nd goal of the tournament. And the San Diego Soccer star is denied this time by Waterman. Dangerous turnover here. Falsoni on the run. His shot with the left foot goes off into the Raleigh night sky. Closed down immediately. So a couple half mistakes for these two teams, but not a ton of space to work. That one floated over beautifully to Leal. The layoff now, some space to shoot. It's a soft shot. Rayo picks it up. Rayo cuts it back. The opportunity. Waterman with the save. Body sliding. And finally Boca breaks through. Knock hockey all across the box. It was a dangerous cutback from Gibran Rayo that caused the chaos. And it is the 2nd goal of the tournament for Rodolfo Valenzuela. He had just been denied by Waterman. And that one a little bit more straightforward.
Score is now 1-0. Boca Dallas with the lead.
So we knew this would be a high-scoring affair, these two teams. Poured in 9 goals combined in their 2nd game last night. And we come out with an early start to the scoring. Collins brings it down. Looking for Bimet. Dangerous step there from Klipsch. And some space now to run once again. Lopez trying to cut by the first defender. See the physicality in this game and how much it means. Lopez, veteran of TST, winning it last year. The Bombonera already clinched their spot yesterday in the knockout rounds, but they have players coming back from last year all across the tournament as this one runs all the way through. Lopez's shot, and it's off the body of the defense. Wakeman standing strong. And Lopez trying to create another goal for his team, and now the restart. And Boca are starting to play in a little bit of a higher gear here. You can see the connections across the field. Gonzalez under pressure. He flicks it over the on-running Bamet. Gonzalez now gets it back. Beautifully clipped ball up the field. Puentas, the leading goal scorer, charging forward and has it knocked away by Hitchcock.
10.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Boca Dallas is up right now, 1-0 over Dueling for Lincoln FC.
Marco Fabian now puts his foot on the ball. Most known, of course, for coming through at the Chivas Academy. His time at Eintracht Frankfurt. Some of the most successful for a Mexican player in Europe, as this is a turn and strike. And Boca come away with it, but another dangerous look for Stimac. This one deflected coming across the field. Clip steps in. His shot is blocked. Bodies flying left and right. They know what's on the line, both these sides. A win and in to the knockout rounds on the road to $1 million.
9.5 minutes left in this first half. Score is a 1-0. Boca Dallas in the White Kings.
Fabian deep into the attacking box. Lopez lets it run. Marco Fabian, and he's stonewalled by Waterman. The El Tree star in on goal, looking for his first of the TST. And Blake Waterman says no. And that shot blocked as well. You would have put all your money on Marco Fabian, tucking that one into the back of the net. Waterman got huge. He made the save. And he has been immense so far in this first half.
1-0 right now.
The restart coming. Fabian clips it to the far post. It drops here. It's off the crossbar. Castaneda bashes that one off the crossbar, and Cristo now building out for Dueling Lincoln. Both teams flashing chances. Right now, the lone chance for Boca, the one that has landed. Gonzalez under pressure, and Cristo just can't get the outstretched toe there. But Boca have played dangerously in the back. Something to watch out for as this game goes along. We have had heavy rains here in Cary, North Carolina. So while the field's still running very flat and clean, there's a couple of slips. The ball accelerating maybe a little bit more than expected. It just brings the jeopardy even higher for players as they play in the back. So a little bit of a disagreement right now. The referee cleaning up Matias Verón in the battle. It looks like it's going to be a free kick for Dueling Lincoln, so the foul gets called. This ball played up top. Cristo chests it down. One of the best in this tournament as that target center forward. His soft touch and goal scoring ability and size as Cristo breaks in now. And Gonzalez, first one to it. He quickly throws it out for Alejandro Sanchez. Sanchez now cutting in, back out to his right foot. And the shot closed down by the defense. Manziel comes steaming over. So substitutions, of course, running subs throughout. This one flicked up into the box. But teams have to choose the right time to do it, as we're going to see our first yellow card. And unsurprisingly, with everything on the line, this game has reached a high level of tension very, very quickly in this first half. Dueling Lincoln out of St. Louis, one of the soccer hotbeds, one of the soccer staples in America. Going back almost 100 years, the history of the game as strong as any other region in the country. And a big opportunity to represent that here for Dueling Lincoln. Dallas, of course, another one of those soccer staples. The players that have come out of Dallas Texans joined World Cup teams on the men's and women's side. SMU's history, now FC Dallas's academy. So it is a clash of titans here as Cristo trying to find the feet there of Ali Hodzic. Boca trying to bring a little calm to their game now. Eakins putting on the pressure. Third game of the tournament for these two teams, but a full day off up until this game here, as yesterday was a doubleheader day. And so the hope is for these teams they can tap into their depth to stay fresh, but they've had enough time to recover. Ali Hodzic at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, one of the top soccer schools in the country. Sanchez gets on to the end of this one and flashes that cross over everyone and out the other side. Would have been dangerous maybe on a full field. Waterman with the long ball, well hit. Trying to hold it up for some support. Now a bend in on goal and saved by Gonzalez. Something out of nothing there for this team as Falsoni did good work to hold off the defense. A bend finally bringing the support a little bit later. Dueling Lincoln have been as creative as any team on their set pieces. They let this one run through. Wakeman cleans it up. Over to a bend. Ben now, the former Israeli youth international, coming over to the U.S. to play professionally in the USL Championship. Played with Louisville City in the USL and won a title as this one's flicked into the box. Calls for penalty, go unheeded. And we continue play as Briggs lets this one run. So Boca, after the goal, in the ascendancy, controlling a bit of the game. Now Dueling Lincoln taking it back. Falsoni posting up. A bend not able to beat the defender. No slide tackling allowed, though. And an easy call for the referee. And this one in a dangerous area right on the top of the box. It's not going to be easy with the imposing figure of former FC Dallas and Mexican national team goalkeeper Jesse Gonzalez in goal. But this is as good a look as you're going to get short of a penalty kick. A bend, Briggs, and Steemack standing over it. Now Briggs will go into the wall. And the players on the edge of the goal. So key to take any deflection. A bend powers the shot, and it's deflected over the crossbar. It's exactly what Dueling Lincoln was looking for, and just not lucky enough to get it to dip under the bar. Cross played in. It goes all the way through. Falsoni lets it run. He will take it quickly here in the dying moments of this first half. Boca trying to get out of the pressure. Fuentes, beautiful touch there. And now the jerseys in white flowing forward. Fancy footwork here to get the shot away, and Waterman safely parries it out for a corner. Brian Macias knew exactly what he wanted to do the moment he touched that ball. Eventually able to get the shooting lane. Long strike coming in here. And Waterman beaten, but the post stands up for him. And it looks like they're saying it was a save. So it looked most likely that Dueling Lincoln was going to equalize now. Boca looking to double their lead. Clips drops it all the way back. The man now with the knockdown. It's a little bit too far for his team. Beautiful ball from Gonzalez out the back. And it turns defense into offense very quickly here for Boca. Final minute here of regulation. So at the end of this, we will have a little halftime break, and we'll be back with the second half. And there's nowhere you want to go because this is going to be neck and neck through the end. These two teams playing for a spot in the round of 32 and a date with Reggae Rovers in that knockout. So the lone goal so far for Boca Dallas, Rodolfo Valenzuela, his second goal of the tournament. It puts them up 1-0 as we head into halftime here from the 2025 TST.
Alright, and as a reminder, TST will be using target score time at the conclusion of today's game. At the end of the second half, a target score will be set by adding 1 to the leading team's goal count. First team to reach that target score wins and secures a spot in the knockout stage. Second half.
Well, the task is simple. Win and move on, lose. And this might be your last game at the 2025 TST. Right now, Boca Dallas in their first appearance in the competition, leading 1-0 at halftime, but it has been head-to-head, locked in so far. Very little to decide things as these two teams come in with the exact same record, and you can see why. Every bit equal in quality, different in styles, and it has been fun to watch so far, and we are in for a treat here. 20 more minutes of regulation, then we will set our target score time, and we will have target score with a spot in the knockout rounds on the line. Cristo has that one down. Boca able to keep it in play, and they are flying forward. Played out wide for Rios, first-time shot, and Waterman eats that one up. An incredible first half for the Dueling Lincoln goalie. Cristo closed down immediately by white shirts. Lopez, he draws the foul, and it'll be a free kick coming now. As Boca now directing things a little bit, they will bring Miguel Diaz over to take it. Diaz, one of the many Chihuahua Savage players in this group. And that one takes a deflection. This one knocked around on the top of the box. It will go out off of a Boca Dallas player. Boca Dallas in their all-white kits coming into this game in their first ever TST. They lost 2-1 to Newtown. Came into the second half down 1-0 as this flicked-on header will safely fall into the hands of Eduardo Cortez. Cortez had started both games previously, did not start the first half, now comes on in place of Gonzalez. So after the 2-1 loss to Newtown, his team knocked off LCF Academy 5-0. 1 goal in the first half, 3 in the second before the target score winner. Newtown and LCF Academy kicking off alongside us a few minutes earlier than us. But their result really should not affect things too much, as LCF Academy, even with a win, would lose on a tiebreaker and head-to-head to both these teams for third place. And neither of these teams can catch Newtown Pride with a win because of that head-to-head tiebreaker as well. Newtown Pride, of course, the 2023 winners of TST. As Collins comes over and wins the big tackle. Falsoni puts it by Fabian. Now he rides the second tackle. He's taken down, and it will be a free kick opportunity for Dueling Lincoln. Falsoni slow to get up there on the end of that play. Been a bright spot in this game when he's on the field. As now the set piece specialist, Liam Collins, will take this one. pretty much all of the restarts when he's on the field. One of the brains behind this team, helping them organize themselves tactically, a group that plays together week in and week out. As Collins hits this one low, takes a deflection off Fabian and out for a corner kick. So Collins directing all the traffic to the far post, tried to sneak that one in Eduardo Cortez's near post. Cortez, the MASL Rookie of the Year back in 2019, but he cannot stop that one. The big man, Ryan Wakeman, towering header. And he equalizes here early in the second half.
From the heavens is Ryan Wakeman. Number 9, what is your head?
So Liam Collins with the assist, Wakeman with the goal. Just as they drew it up. And a dream start to the second half for this Dueling for Lincoln side. So the referees having a quick conversation here. We'll see what it's about, and I believe it's a yellow card for an illegal substitution potentially would be the obvious reason. Seems to be some disagreement.
We have a yellow card. Give it a Dueling for Lincoln bench.
Now a reminder, you have to be in the middle of the field at that substitution area to make a sub. You also have to wait till the player you're replacing is off the field before you come on. As Sanchez, the marauding run. Clipped up into the air here. Ben not able to win it. Sanchez immediately restarts the attack, and another big save. Westerman gets a left foot to that one, and he denies a second goal-scoring opportunity for Boca Dallas. And Rodolfo Valenzuela. This one floats over everyone. Sanchez keeps it in play, bashes it off the nearest defender. And another restart coming here. Jordan Clips, who picked up that yellow card for whatever the substitution snafu was, still talking to the assistant referee on the far side about it. Rolled back to Romero. Now rotated all the way around. Danny Nunez playing on the U.S. national team in the Kings League. Richland College graduate. Sanchez turns it over in the middle of the field but goes and wins it back. The Dallas side flying forward, and Fabian's volley off the face of the goal scorer. And I think for the mere mortals in us, that would hurt, but for Wakeman, it seems to only have inspired him even more. Clips comes on here to help defend. Romero plays it back out wide. Fabian flashing in, and Clips with the clearance. Marco Fabian somehow found himself wide open on the right side. The danger still here for Dueling for Lincoln, and another block leads to another corner kick. The pressure starting to mount on the St. Louis side. Can Boca Dallas break through? Big corner, it's headed back into the box. Cleared away by Wakeman, and now Aben puts it up the field. And a must-win tackle there from Romero. The last man back, he does so well. That one a little too strong from Clips. Alejandro Sanchez, 1v1. Trying to get to his left foot. He does get to the end line. And Clips with the clearance on the pullback. Alejandro Sanchez, though, heating up here in this second half down this left wing. Romero will go all the way back to Cortez. Cortez playing with the Dallas MASL side after his career with FC Dallas's academy and his professional debut with North Texas SC. Actually spent a little time in St. Louis with St. Louis FC of the USL before they folded. Did not make an appearance, though. Gibran Rayo, a dangerous young attacking player for this Boca Dallas team. A huge recruit for them as Klipsch, once again, equal to the task defensively. It's almost like there's 3 or 4 goalkeepers in there for this Dueling for Lincoln side right now. They're making a substitution, a little exposed. And a clearance away off the block from Westerman. Clipped to the far post, and just enough of a touch from Eakins. Sanchez here battling away. Eakins holds him back, and he'll pick up the yellow card.
Yellow card, issued number 6, Cody Eakins.
So yellow card issued. The wall now lined up. Brian Macias leaves it here for Escalante. Escalante to the far post, and just as they drew it up, Roberto Escalante, too far to shoot from there, always looking for a teammate, and he finds one on the far post, and it is another goal for Hugo Puentes. Puentes, his 3rd of the competition, and Boca takes the lead for the 2nd time tonight. Puentes came in as the leading scorer. He was equaled at that mark by Valenzuela with his goal in the first half. Puentes now moves back ahead. One of the Chihuahua Savage players in this group. Puentes, also a reigning champion with La Bombonera. One rolls through. So a wholesale line change for Boca off the back of that goal. We are under 10 minutes left to play in this second half before target score time.
Less than 9 minutes.
Can't imagine that there'll be much to decide between these two when we get there. It is going to be a drama-filled target score. Both teams trying to build up any lead they can get. Boca now up 2-1. Cycled all the way back to Escalante. Escalante, just that seeing eye pass to the far post. Hit it with enough power that it could be a first-time finish. Sneak through the entire defense. That one a little bit mishit. The header won by Shane Hitchcock. And Rios now will restart things. Cortez beaten on that corner kick by Dueling for Lincoln, so both teams taking advantage of set-piece restarts. And the foul called against Briggs for the push in the back. A similar area here for Boca Dallas. And Dueling for Lincoln will have to be careful. And I wonder with a goal the size that it is, and a keeper of the quality of Westerman, if you actually really do need the two-man wall. They set it up, deflect it up so it worked. Shows how much I know and why I'm not out there. Now Boca Dallas working in tight spaces. And a rising shot there from Diaz. Doesn't take a whole lot of buildup for these Boca Dallas players to find an opening. Long ball here. Cristo tries to chase it down. He's able to. And it'll go out, though, for a Boca Dallas restart. Reminder, the rains that poured down today, so the field running a little bit quicker in spots, a little bit slower in some of the muddier areas. Briggs just pops that one up into the sky. TST under the lights here. It is the exact reason we love this competition. The stakes are high, and the competition is fierce. There's no other event like it in the world. It's a combination of a World Cup, a music festival, and the NCAA tournament. Cristo. His cross comes back off himself. And so it will be a Boca restart deep in the corner. This Boca Dallas team tried to get a group together last year. Were not able to in time. This year, though, they were quick to establish their side. They actually have a men's and women's team. Their women's team playing against the locals, North Carolina, earlier today. A yellow card shown to Lopez. You see a little frustration from Lopez after. So Collins here. The restart master up to Cristo. Cristo's header. And it's wide of the far post. We haven't seen a lot of headed goals in this tournament with the size of the goals, especially in proportion to the goalkeepers. Wakeman, of course, with that towering header, the lone goal right now for Dueling for Lincoln. It's going to be hard to do it again here. As the boys in blue will calm things down and take this one again as a restart. Trying to drive it towards Cristo. Too easy for Cortez to come off his line and gather. Beautiful work on the half turn there from Diaz. And another dangerous turn. And the shot saved by Westerman. Valenzuela looking for another goal. And Collins there. Didn't see the run from Hitchcock. Took the risky long shot rather than try and continue to work it for the breakaway. And more space now. Boca Dallas attacking with numbers. Over to Valenzuela. His shot. It touches off the goalie. It goes in. The second time tonight. Rodolfo Valenzuela. And he's got 2 today and 3 here at TST. Rodolfo Valenzuela, the San Diego Soccer's MASL star. Locked in tonight. Looked like he could have had a goal moments earlier. Doesn't drop his head. And that time he finishes from a tight angle. Abend keeps it in play. Double teamed. A quick restart here. Delayed by Fabian, and now Abend puts it in. And clips with an opportunity, and it's the wrong side of the post. Some fans thought it went in as it settled there on the edge of the net. But unfortunately for Dueling Lincoln, just an inch to the wrong side. Fabian now with some space, and that is an illegal goal kick. It cannot go over midfield direct from the goal kick. So this will be possession now for Dueling for Lincoln. Abend clips it into the box, headed down. Falsoni gets there first. Fabian called for the foul, and it'll be a free kick right on the top of the box. So we have seen a goal from a set piece for both teams so far. And Dueling for Lincoln take advantage once again. Briggs now, a big body coming in to make life hard for Cortez. Falsoni hanging off one side. It's Abend and Menzel standing over it. Abend now. His shot driven. Cortez makes the save. And Fabian collects, and it's cleared away for Boca. And Marco Fabian now flying down the field. He turns it over, though, into the feet of Abend. And Dueling for Lincoln will reset Fabian, though, pressing. A messy game here right now as these two teams playing a little bit maybe more open than they would like. But Dueling for Lincoln, they're trying to push for a goal. A Ben now charging forward. A Ben with the strike. And it flashes wide. You have to be perfect with the shooting opportunities like that because of how small the goal is, as Sanchez now swapping wings back in off the bench. Was able to stir up the game earlier in this second half. As we are into the final 10 seconds of regulation. It would be a real momentum swing if Boca Dallas could steal another goal, but the foul goes against them. The final seconds here, we are at the referee's discretion as we are prepared to enter target score time, and that will be it. So we will set it at 4. 3-1 lead for Boca Dallas. They score a goal. They lock their spot in to the knockout rounds. If Dueling for Lincoln can score 3 unanswered, they would return with a guarantee to the knockout rounds for the second straight year. We've got all your action coming up here from TST in just a moment.
Winner will advance to the knockout stage and get one step closer to winning $1 million.
This is what TST is all about. Target score. Every game ends on a goal. Every game ends with drama. And nothing could be bigger than a shot at the knockout rounds and a road to $1 million. The winner moves on. The loser might be going home. Both these teams would like to control their own destiny. Boca in the driver's seat. We start setting that target score at 4. 1 goal for Boca, and they move on to a date with the Reggae Rovers. Every 3 minutes we go without that 4th goal scored, we will pull a player off the field. For both of these teams, we start at 7v7, we'd move to 6v6, and all the way down to 2v2. Running subs as always here, no matter how many players are allowed on the field. Fabian over to Cortez. Back to Marco Fabian making his TST debut. It's turned over in a dangerous area. Fabian, though, wins it back. That one pops straight up into the air. Both these teams coming out frazzled from the break. Cristo wins that one back, and he gets fouled. For Dueling for Lincoln, we have seen bigger comebacks already this year in target score time. We have seen teams score 3 and 4 straight goals. The biggest comeback in TST history was a 4-goal deficit, so 2-0 compared to that. But as the players get pulled off the field, it gets harder and harder to defend. So you really want to find at least that first goal early on in the target score time. Elliot squares to the goal scorer, and Wakeman makes it 2! Ryan Wakeman, a brace in this one, and Dueling for Lincoln have life here in target score time. I think Cortez was unsighted by the defenders in front of him, and Wakeman, the quick snapshot, burying it in the far corner. Can Dueling for Lincoln keep up the pressure? Target score is set at 4, 3-2 lead for Boca Dallas. Both these teams think they have a real shot at making a run for the $1 million here in Cary, North Carolina. It requires a win here tonight. Long ball goes over everyone's head and out for a goal kick, and we will pull off our first players for these two teams. So we are down to 6v6 action. Dueling for Lincoln, 1 goal so far. They need 3 to win it.
Boca Dallas, you guys need 1 goal to win. Dueling for Lincoln, you guys now only need
a Newtown Pride
to get that victory.
And LCF Academy. The 2 other teams in this group playing on the field alongside ours, they are both locked into their spots at 1 and 4 in the group. Westerman plays it long. Alsone straight up into the air, juggling it around, the shot off the volley. And not a bad attempt for Dueling for Lincoln, but not enough to beat Cortez as the rain starts to fall a little bit again as a drizzle. We had buckets of rain basically between 11 and 7 o'clock here. Led to some phenomenal soccer playing weather. That one knocked down. These 2 teams yet to really put their foot on the ball in target score time. We haven't seen these teams really force their opponents to pack it in as Sanchez, his shot will go all the way off into the stadium alongside us. It's been a phenomenal TST so far. We have seen some great drama on this final day. We saw Roja Eagles knock off Socceroos, who came in undefeated earlier today. And with quick goals results, Socceroos moved from 1st to 3rd in their group. But it looks like they have done enough to move on, and they will play Pat McAfee's Concafa in the next round. Sanchez here, and he sets up the tie with the Reggae Rovers. Boca Dallas in their first ever TST. They seal the victory. Sanchez will get the Golden Fleece presented by Adidas, and Boca Dallas is headed to the round of 32 for a date with the Caribbean International side, Reggae Rovers. Boca Dallas took the lead twice in the game. They were equalized in the first half by Wakeman. They took the lead again in the second half. They stretched it to 3-1. They gave themselves that cushion. Even with Wakeman's second goal in target score time, they still had enough to get over the line. And the winner from Alejandro Sanchez of the Milwaukee Wave puts Boca Dallas through to the next round. That's all for us here on Field 5. Plenty of action still coming up. But that is a big result at the end of Day 2 of TST 2025.